real time because there's a 20-second delay. JD, the MC, says it's perfect now. I don't know about that. So, okay, so a little bit behind the curtains. You should see there's some differences. You can see there's some changes. And I've gone back to, I was using Streamlabs, and I decided to go back to regular OBS. I am no longer multi-streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. I've decided what I was going to do was I was going to stop streaming to Twitch for a while because I just don't have the bandwidth to myself personally to try to focus on Twitch. I'm going to do what I can for YouTube for a while, then I'll go back to Twitch a little bit later until I realize what I'm doing wrong. I've been using Twitch for years now, and I ask people to follow me on Twitch, and it would go from 11 followers, and then when I asked for a couple of months, hey, follow me on Twitch, it moved up to 12. So whatever I'm doing wrong on Twitch, I have to sit down and study because it's a whole different beast. I'm learning, so I'm not making any progress on Twitch. So I'm not multi-streaming on Twitch anymore, and I'm not multi-streaming on Facebook anymore. But after the show, just like the podcast, I will upload the show on Facebook, but not every show. Like Wednesday, the regular afternoon shows, I'm only going to upload the rundown after dark. But all you guys that are watching me on YouTube, you guys don't care. You're like, we don't follow this on Facebook. But there's a lot of people who will watch the rundown after dark. They seem to like when me and Tabitha and Joy are talking the Les business on a Thursday night. So on Facebook, the rundown after dark gets a lot more views than the other platforms. So I'll just upload it there. But the reason why I've been really messing around with this stuff is because on OBS, there is a new plugin that's going to save me so much time with editing. I'll put the show together, and I've tried to master the live stream to the point where I don't have to worry about angles and things like that. As you can see, I'm full screen here. I'm picture in picture, and when I change things up, I always have to edit that back in when I make clips or segmentize the show or put it on TikTok, right? So there's a new plugin where it's doing it right now for me. So there is a vertical recording of this right now, and it looks so good. I think it's called Autumn, and it's the vertical recording. It's doing it right now, and I hope it goes off without a hitch. So that's gonna save me if I spend all day, it's gonna save me like 95% of the time that I spend all day editing and stuff. So I'll be free to get some things going. So I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully it works. When you guys were telling me you couldn't hear me, I was freaking out. I was like, oh damn. But I'm glad you guys can hear me now. So hopefully it is a little quiet, your volume right now. Okay. It is a little quiet. Okay, maybe that's all right. Let's see if I can fix that. Let me listen to it for a second. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I got my phone turned all the way up so I can barely. Oh, okay. I know why. On the old platform, I had to turn up the gain. I haven't messed with the gain yet, and I'm recording right now, so I don't even know if do I want to mess with that right now. All right, let me go to filters. Let me try to turn it up. Let's turn this up. Gain, there it is. Okay, there's gain. All right, you asked for it. I'm gonna turn it up just about 5 dB. All right, now let me go to 10. How's that? I just turned the gain up to 10. Can you hear me better now? I just did it, and I can hear myself get louder in the microphone. So if the volume is better there, let me know. If you want me to turn that up some more, I'll get it up. So appreciate you. Who is that? Justin D. Appreciate that. You reminded me. I didn't turn the gain up. All right. Keep listening. Keep helping me out. If I'm too loud, let me know. I'll turn the gain down. If I need to go up just a little bit more, I'll turn it back up. I think I had it at level 14 on the old platform. I just turned it up to 10 to test it out. So if I need a little bit more, let me know. All right. All that crap out the way. Getting the technical behind the scenes stuff out the way. All right. As you can probably tell, like I said, let me go full screen here. There's got a monitor there. Got a little bit behind me. When Joy is sitting there, she's got one up for herself. There's another one right there. And look, and it's animated. Look at that. We're doing a little bit better right now. A little money came in. All thanks to you guys helping me out and making the show better, which you guys do every day. So I appreciate it. Just like you guys helping me right now, making me better every day. I don't get bitter. I get like, there you go. I don't get much bitter. Justin D says I get much better. All right. So all that out the way. Let's get this damn show started because I got a screening to go to, man. I'm going to go see Indiana Jones 5 later on. Wish me luck. Deadpool. All right. So the news just came out. Let's go to the current news right now. Let's go to entertainment news. See, I got a split screen. My wife's supposed to be right there. And hold on for a second. Joy. Okay. If she hears me, I told her if she's going to come upstairs. What did she say? She hasn't even responded. She's in a meeting right now. And so she's not going to be able to help me out. But if Joy was here, she would say something like, from Movie Web, the rumor is that Deadpool 3 will include different variants of both Deadpool and Wolverine. Chris, what do you think about this? Thanks for that, babe. I think that it's going to be the 3 variants. And now, guys, help me out with, if you've heard this rumor, the first thing I thought of when I heard this was the 3 versions that we've already seen. And I put him right there, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool before, when he was still talking noise and he was still kind of censored in Wolverine Origins. When he said, well, people are dead, that Ryan Reynolds. Then when they shut his mouth. And then the Deadpool that we've come to love. I think those are the 3 that they're talking about. I think what I assume is going to happen is that Deadpool is aware that the Marvel Fox universe is no more and it's imploding or evaporating. What is that event that they said in Multiverse of Madness? And it's that universe is collapsing. Deadpool knows how to leave and get out of there and make his way to the MCU to save himself. And either Wolverine is going to tag along or everyone in the Fox universe is going to try to just stop him. Hey, this is our destiny. If our universe is not meant to be, then everybody needs to stay. You don't get to leave. I think it's going to be a chase to escape the imploding Fox universe. And I think some of the antagonists are going to be all the past X-Men, that ones that cameoed but never really been featured in too many Deadpool movies. Obviously, we're getting Mechasonic Teenage Warhead, and I'm pretty sure her and Yukio, is that her girlfriend's name, is going to survive and make it out. The core group, is it Rosh or what is it? Jatinder, the cab driver, going to make it out. Who else? And maybe Hugh Jackman. Maybe. I doubt it. I think Hugh Jackman might sacrifice himself. Then I heard there's going to be variants of Hugh Jackman as well. So I feel like it's going to be the old versions of Deadpool as the antagonist of trying to stop them from leaving, and the old version, all the different versions of Wolverine that we've gotten over the years trying to stop. It's going to be Old Man Logan, and who else? And the first Wolverine and that tight black spandex, there's going to be those versions of Wolverine trying to stop, the modern version of today's version of Logan is. That's my guess. If you guys have any updates on that, any better theories on that, let me know. He says, yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. You're like, no. Wait, yes, you can hear me, or no, you can't hear me? Let me know. I got a yes, and then I get a no. So let me know. All right. Let's see. Perfect, man. What's up, my guys? It's been a while. What's going on, Jill Studios? It's been a minute. Yeah, during the summertime, it's going to be Wednesdays. Like I said, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. And there's another announcement coming up. So I thought I was going to make that announcement today. I think I'll wait till tomorrow. So there's something special coming soon. We had our meeting. Turn it off. The music is too loud. Turn it off. What music? There is no music playing. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Turn it off. The music is too loud. Turn it off. What music? See, there's going to be those versions of Wolverine trying to stop. No, that's not me. I don't know. Maybe you meant that earlier. Maybe from when I played it. When I did that, maybe that's what you're talking about. Sorry about that. If that's too loud, I'll fix that. Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. But I think the recording is going smooth now. Don't throw me off, man. Why Arc 9? You're throwing me off. If I need JD the MC to confirm. Let's see, audio is perfect. RN at 337 p.m. Eastern time. Ignore that guy. Okay. Ignore. Okay, Jeff. What to say? Yeah, keep it. Hey, JD, keep an eye on that dude. Keep an eye. Watch him. What was that on Casino when Joe Pesci was talking? They were outside talking, and this random dudes just walking by. Hey, watch this guy. Watch that guy. Watch this guy. Yeah, that's us right now. Just me and JD looking at Y Arc 9. Hey, watch this guy. Watch him. Look at just keep an eye on me. I don't know. All right, but yeah, that's what my thoughts on that. I'm gonna move on to the next topic because I'm running out of time. There was some sad news across the pond. Julian Sands. Julian Sands, a Room with a View star, dead at 65. I didn't know that he went missing about 4 months ago. Early, was it in mid-January? And it's sad that it went missing that long, and I didn't even realize it. I remember growing up on his movies, The Warlock, and having a good time watching him perform. And for him to go missing that long, they weren't able to look for him, and it was sad. So let me go full mass here. Let me pull up the information that I have on it. I kind of skipped another thing, but I'll come back to it in a minute. But let's talk about this for a second. Go full mass. So Sands was last seen January 13th on Mount Baldy, one of many areas in that had been pummeled with ferocious snow and windstorms through an atypical wet winter. On Saturday, June 24th, civilian hikers contacted the Fontana Sheriff's Station after they discovered human remains in the Mount Baldy wilderness. The remains were later confirmed to be his, but the cause of death has not yet been revealed. Julian Sands was best known for his role in the 1985 costume drama A Room with a View and the Warlock horror movies, that's where I was first introduced to Julian Sands. That's my role that I remember him from. I remember when he was being resurrected. I think this was the Warlock sequel when he was already he was vanquished in the first one, and he came back in the sequel. Some woman in New York just randomly just got attacked, and she was all alone, and she just got pregnant and then gave birth to him. Burst out from between them. It was very graphic. And then he grew from a baby to a full-grown man and was like, "Mother!" And she screamed. And I think he killed her. But it was that movie. Those movies were crazy. And I think I read that he was also up for the Lestat role in Interview with a Vampire. That would have been interesting. So, but on top of the B or C or F, whatever you want to rate the movies that I saw him in, he was in a lot of movies. So when I saw that news, I was sad about that. So if there's any movie that comes to mind that you think of when you see Julian Sands, what movie do you think of? Are you like me? I'm a Warlock guy, but maybe you're different. Maybe you're arachnophobia person when you were first introduced to Julian Sands. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let's move on to the next topic. There is news from Variety. Among Us animated series is in the work at CBS Studios from Infinity Train. Creators Owen Dennis has reported that there will be an Among Us. I know nothing of Among Us. All I know is what my children tell me. They are obsessed with it. I hear people talking about it all the time. It's one of the most popular games that I can tell out there. And I think people assumed that when Guardians 3, when they were in those different colored spacesuits, when they were on that mission, they were making fun of Among Us. I don't know if that was confirmed, if James Gunn ever confirmed that, but that's the only thing I know about Among Us. I think there's something about a mystery, like a whodunit thing, and one person. It's like a modern version of Clue or Guess Who, kind of a thing. And it seems like it's a fun little game, but I'm old and I'm not, it's not Call of Duty, so I'm not going to play it. But this comes in from, I think it was from Collider. Let me go full mass again real quick, and let's see if I can, okay. Yeah, I think from Collider. Per the official logins, the series is based on the premise of the game, namely, members of your crew have been replaced by an alien shapeshifter intent on causing confusion, sabotaging the ship, and killing everyone. Root out the imposter or fall victim to the murderous designs. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a comedy as well. Obviously, it seems like it's going to be a lot of fun, the whodunit kind of a thing. So yeah, there you go. I mean, little news right there. Among Us is coming out. Do you play that game? Are you guys on that at all? Let me know in the comment section, and let me see what you guys are talking about here. Hey, DJ, watch this guy. He's back. Watch this guy. Let's see. What are you guys saying about this? All 3 chapters of Nightwolf is out, man. Oh, okay. All right. And doing great. Okay. All 3 chapters of Nightwolf. Go to B Gill Studios and check out Nightwolf. And I'm thinking about Mortal Kombat, but I know that's not what it is. But that's what I think I want to. Nightwolf wins. But all 3 chapters in a world where all 3 chapters of Nightwolf is out and doing great. So go to B Gill Studios for your adventures of Nightwolf. Rated PG? PG? I'm thinking PG-13? No, PG-13? What's it rated? Let's see. What else we got? Does Core Sweat come out the Comic-Con? Ooh, good question. I'm gonna save that for later. That's a good question. That is a good one. That's a good question. All right, let's move on. I skipped something, so let me go back. Full mass here. And so I asked you guys in the comment section to give me a rundown. Give me your. I'm gonna start the show off with a quick rundown every day. And I forgot to do it because we were doing all the technical stuff, and I passed it up. Let's see. So I got a rundown from subscriber JustND.7376. It says, my cast for the next Knives Out sequel. And let me show you what he's got right here. This is what he's got. All right. I saw this and I said, all right, let me give you a shout out on this one. My cast for the next rundown sequel. He says, Anson Mount from Paramount Star Trek and who played Black Bolt. Jodie Turner-Smith from Queen and Slim. Michael Caine from the Dark Knight trilogy. You guys know Alfred. Robert Pattinson. Millie Bobby Brown. Oscar Isaac. Mia Goth, from those X movies that I need to watch, and it was upcoming in the probably not going to happen Blade movie. And Sasha Calle, Supergirl, who played Supergirl in the Flash movie. And last on the list was David Oyelowo, if I'm saying that correctly, from Selma. You guys know that's Martin Luther King. I like that. That is a proper. I'm going to give you that. That is a proper Knives Out list right there. That's a proper list. I'm going to give you that one. That right there. That is a proper list. Let's see. Anson Mount, Jodie Turner-Smith, Michael Caine, Robert Pattinson, Millie Bobby Brown, Oscar Isaac, Mia Goth, Sasha Calle, and David Oyelowo for Knives Out 3. That's probably not going to, but let's keep an eye on this. If the cast hasn't been announced yet, and I don't think it has, one of these names is going to be on there. Let's play a game, Justin D. Let's see how many of your picks comes up in a future Knives Out or in the same universe Knives Out movie. Because one of these, if not a handful, are going to be in a Knives Out film. I can tell. This is a solid list. This will be a solid cast. So, like I said, I asked you guys in the chat, send me a list of names that you think would. No, just send. I said send me a rundown. Something you want me to run down real quick. my favorite horror movies, my favorite R-rated films from 2022, my favorite whatever you want me to run down. I'll give a quick rundown. I'm going to try to do that at the top of the show every day. So that was just nd.7376 to subscribe on the channel. So I appreciate that. And moving on to the next topic. So my Friday prediction, moving on to movies now. My Friday predictions wasn't, I was close. So my Friday predictions of what was going to happen, we've already been talking about this since Monday, but let me just remind you guys, these were my Friday predictions. I predicted that Flash was going to stay at number 1 by a hair, within 1 million, 2 million, maybe 3. Because I said for it to drop to 3rd place, which it did, it would have to have over 70% of a decline, which it did. I said that Spider-Man was going to be at number 2. I said that Elemental would be at number 3, and No Hard Feelings was going to debut at 4, and that Transformers was going to be at number 5. And as you guys know, the results were Spider-Man number 1. You guys were right. I was wrong. I'm man enough to admit it. Elementals had a great second week. It was well under 50. I think it was under 50% of a drop. And Flash had one of the worst drops. It got to be the worst drop in DC history, but one of the worst drops in 72.5% drop. Exactly the thing I said had to happen. And I said, if that happens, Flash is coming out on Max in like the end of July, early August. I'm telling you, it's coming. Yeah. You guys will stay home. Don't even worry about it. It's coming to Max. That's bad. But hey, we got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse back at number 1. I was correct about only 2 things I was wrong about was Spider-Man and Flash. Everything else I was right about. Correct about No Hard Feelings that in its first week made 15 million, and Transformers only made 11 million. So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse holds on, has a good 4th week, 19 million. Elementals $1 million off, only like a $500,000 off from taking the number 1 spot with 18.4. Let's see, Flash at 15 million, and No Hard Feelings, a movie that I thought was just okay, at 15 million as well, but just a little bit under. They a difference of $100,000. That's crazy. And the week 3 for Transformers is 11 million. So I was wrong. People were like, even my wife was like, dude, I think Spider-Man's going back to the top. I was like, get the Smurf out of here, man. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know nothing about show business. And then I laughed at her, and then, now she's not on the show right now. So she's mad. But yeah, she was right. I was wrong. Yeah, so there you go. That's crazy. I just did not see that coming. But it did. All right. That's not what the next topic is. So all my lower thirds are way off now. That's what's happening as well. So besides that, there was one more. Okay, so the lower third's not working properly, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's move on to the next topic, which is some spoiler talk for if you have not seen the latest episode of Secret Invasions. I'm going to talk about it. So if you haven't seen it, I'm gonna be as vague as possible, but I might talk some spoilers. But it was good. I give episode 2 of Secret Invasions, I give it like a solid B+. That was a way better episode than part 1. I liked episode 1. But it was very much a slow pace, just kind of, it's one of those episodes where it's like, once you get past 1 and in episode 2 or the episode, it starts picking up. This one totally picked up, even though there was that shock with Maria Hill. And I didn't think, I'm hoping by some miracle that she's not really dead. But if Maria Hill is gone, that's crazy. But when we got to this interrogation scene, I'm skipping ahead. Right off the bat, when Samuel L. Jackson is having that conversation, is it Talos? I forgot the character's name. When Nick Fury is having that conversation on the train, I love the way Samuel L. Jackson just lower your guard. You know, when I was a kid riding on trains, he talks about segregation and things like that. He said my mom used to play this game. We used to play this game called Tell Me Something I Don't Know. And what he's really doing is just like when Black Widow was interrogating Loki, and Loki didn't even think he was being interrogated. He's just playing those mind games. Tell me something I don't know. And he learns that the plan or the agreement was that the Skrulls were going to gain allies on Earth and find a new planet that they can inhabit. But after the snap, things got so bad that they had to turn her back around. Nick Fury was gone, so they made an executive decision and said, you know what, we're just going to make Earth our home. And now there's about 1 million Skrulls in operation on Earth that are just living among us. And Nick Fury was pissed, like pissed. and he had a good point. Tyler said, he's like, look, man, you were gone. And even when you came, I didn't think you were coming back. And even when you did come back, you weren't here. So why can't humans and Skrulls coexist? And they went back to the way it is. Went back to race. It was like watching an episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It was like, man, well, humans can't even get along with themselves. You want to introduce a whole nother species? Nah, man. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna. I love the way he said, I'm the host. This is our host planet. You need to ask permission. And then they got into that heated argument about, well, you weren't here. I love the tension on that. That whole conversation was amazing. Then moving forward with the rescue mission with another Skrull operative that was being interrogated, and our friend, I forgot her name, but our friend from The Crown, she comes in. So I was convinced she was a Skrull. I'm like, maybe she's a Skrull. But no, not anymore. I am. Now humans are aware that the Skrulls are in place. And that interrogation scene, man, that whole thing where, no, I'm just going to cut your finger off and then need that confirmation to get the information that she needs on who's trying to cause World War III to wipe out humanity. That was amazing. And the rescue to get that prisoner out by our lead antagonist was amazing. It was very much what people have said this show is the equivalent of. It's like, this is the Marvel, as far as television shows for Disney Plus, this is Marvel's Andor. And this was the episode that proved this boy right here is a bad mother cloche. This is their Andor. And I hope that it maintains this level or higher and can hold, because this to me was a solid episode. Episode 1 was okay. I was like, okay, I just had to go through the motions because we're trying to figure out who the players are and the setting. But now, right from the jump at Maria Hill's funeral, with her mother chastising Nick Fury, like, you were supposed to protect her. I'm like, well, come on, man. I mean, she was a soldier. Like, you didn't think this was possible? She was fighting with Avengers, man. You didn't think this was good? People always want to, but that's grief. Like, what did he say? What is grief? If not, love, persevering? I guess her mom was pissed. That's a typical mom. But she was a soldier, man. she was working with Avengers. But you think she was not going to get a scrape, anything. But that was also a very, very tense moment. So the whole motive of we're trying to, in the interrogation, we're learning that we're trying to increase the powers of Skrulls. Obviously, we're probably talking about Super Skrulls. I don't know much about them. I've seen them in the cartoons. And so I'm like, ooh, okay. Maybe that's the plot. We're trying to increase the power of these Skrulls and create the Super Skrull. So maybe by the end of the series, maybe that's going to be the last episode. The final fight is going to be with a Super Skrull. And I'm convinced that the daughter is still, she's a double agent. She's just trying to infiltrate the terrorist group and stop them from causing World War III. She's obviously still working with her father. Maybe he just doesn't like her tactics, but she's still a good operative. But this was a solid episode. I really enjoyed it. Where I was questionable on episode 1, but coming to this episode, the conversation. Oh, that conversation. Like I said, this felt like Falcon and Winter Soldier, because like that whole thing with race and talking about like there's no this government will never allow a black Captain America, and no black man should think that you're a stupid fool if you think so, But that conversation between War Machine and Nick Fury in that restaurant, where Nick was trying to play him a little bit, like he said, let's see if the brother card might work. Come on, bro, we doing it for because we black, y'all, and I'm black, and I'm black, and then he was like, bitch, that right there. He talking about black excellence and trying to take stuff away from mediocre white men and whatnot. We all right, okay, but yeah, he was like, all right, black. This is what I would have said. This is my translation. All right, black. All right, pro black. All right, black excellence. Yeah, but I ain't trying to take some black excellence so I can away from mediocre white people to hand it to mediocre black people. I was like, I said, what? He shut that stuff. But I feel like obviously Nick was just testing him out. Just like y'all say, he knows who he's talking to. Nick Fury knows who he's talking to at all time. He was just getting information out of Rhodey. He wasn't. I mean, if he really thought that the come on, man, we're doing it for the black. Like, come on, like, dude, no. But and he's like, dude, I work for the president, man. You need to look, man, look. Kentucky Fried is over there. Like, maybe that'll work over there. Okay, they ain't gonna work over here. Look. What did Dave Chappelle say? The chicken and giblets are over there. These are vegetables. But it was funny to me, man, because I was like, y'all know, is he really playing the card? And then Brody shut that down. Like, man, get out of here with that, man. I ain't playing with you. But obviously Nick was just messing with him, trying to just get that information out of him. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because it went places that I didn't think this was going to go. It was, I mean, straight bullets to the chest with that extraction operation with the Skrulls when he tried to get their captive friend, who they later executed. Like, what? That was crazy. Like, hey, you a snitch. The dude had like fire in his blood after what she injected into him to get him to talk. Oh yeah, he snitched. Yeah, look at her right there. She like, this gonna work, right? Look at that look on her face. I'd have started talking the second I saw that needle. But this was an excellent episode. I give it a B+. I say the first episode to me was a C+. It was okay. I didn't know where it was gonna go, and then now this is the bar. Now this is my favorite episode. Now hopefully, watch, it's all downhill from here. But I feel like it's gonna be a good season, so I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys thought about. Let's see what you guys are saying in the live chat. Let me know what you guys are saying about any of the Skrulls and the Secret Invasion. And let's move on to the next topic real quick. Let me go full screen here before I mess up, man. All right. Product predictions, I already talked about that. Look, oh man, my lower third. I forgot to update the lower third. I just realized that's my fault. Now I realize what happened. I forgot to fix the lower third. So lower third is not going to say Superman and all that stuff. It's not going to say it because I forgot to do it. Let me see what I did wrong. Yep, I forgot. My bad. I was so focused on everything else, I forgot to do the lower third. All right, my bad. Stay in school, Chris. But the main topic of the day is Superman and Lois have been announced by James Gunn. My question is this: was it because The Flash was flopping so hard? I tried so hard and I got so far, but in the end, it didn't matter. Then James Gunn looked at Peter and was like, I know we were supposed to wait for this announcement, but let's drop it down. That's obvious. I feel like that's the obvious. It's got to be. You got to put this. You got too much bad press out there. People are still talking about. Not only are they still talking about what Ezra Miller did, but now they're talking about how bad the movie is doing. Not only we got something to talk about what Ezra did, but now we're talking about how bad the current movie is doing. In week 2, 72%. I think if that movie would have only had a 69% drop, James Gunn would not have announced Superman. 69, dude. He kept the line, kept holding line. But the second it crossed 70, he was like, yeah. Text me, hey, buddy. Hey, David, we're going to announce that you're Superman, by the way. They probably had him picked months ago or weeks ago. But they're like, we're going to drop that nugget. Hey, Rachel, real quick. You're in the group chat. I'm going to let you guys know. We're about to drop that, because Flash is fucking up. So I feel like that's an obvious thing, but I'm excited. That was my pick. Both of those were my pick. He looked the most Henry Cavill-ish, the most out of the bunch. He looked the most Kal-El to me. And I remember from that episode of The Politician when it was mentioned, it's like, dude, you look like Superman. And when I heard that he was in the short list, I was like, please pick him, because out of everybody, he looks the most Henry Cavill-ish to me. And I love Henry Cavill as Superman. But people were getting on it talking, man, he's too skinny. Henry Cavill was too skinny. He's the second he was cast, the bulking began. He's in the gym probably right now. He's doing push-ups right now. He's doing chest. He's getting his gains right now. Protein right now. Chicken and rice right now. He's getting it. Just like Henry Cavill. He's probably working with Henry Cavill. This is what I did. Here's my list. This is what you got to do. You got to wake up 3 o'clock in the morning. Boom, boom, boom. Go call The Rock. He's got a good plan for you. Trust me. Don't follow his advice on what to do with the hierarchy of power, but he's got some good protein tips. Listen to that. You smell what he's cooking on that side. Don't listen to The Rock on anything else. I am excited for him. I feel like he's going to bulk up real good. I don't think we're going to get the Nicolas Cage, Henry Cavill taco meat out of the suit. I think it's going to be clean shaven, clean cut. We're going to go as close to the G-Shucks, everything swell Superman. I hear that the plot is around a Superman who is still trying to show be a beacon of hope in a world that's become more, And I feel like that's a good, because the Henry Cavill Superman was criticized like guys were catcalling a woman at a construction site. Hey, sweetheart, why don't you give us a smile? I'm like, what, really? But so now we're gonna go back to a more hopeful Kal-El, a beacon of hope. Cat out of the tree help the old lady cross the street, maybe, and then that old lady's gonna be like, bitch, I didn't need your help. F off, alien. I feel like that'll be funny as hell if they went that route. But I feel like, these guys, let me go full screen here. Let me make sure I got this going. Let me go split screen. I feel like he's gonna be a good pick. This is a good pick. And me and Joy just wrapped watching Marvelous Miss Maisel. And based on, I guess, the period piece of it, you think of the old school Lois. So all the costumes that she's been in, that just reminds me of the old school Lois Lane. So that's the image that I have in mind. It's going to be more of what we're seeing right here in this like right here, if you can see it right there. It's going to be more of that modern looking Lois. But I feel like what I said last week, that if we have a if we have a Superman that's going to be virtually unknown for the most part, then your Lois Lane has to be a little bit more popular. Don't get an unknown, a virtually unknown Lois Lane. Get somebody, not somebody like that's gonna like take over like a Jennifer Lawrence, where like somebody's already like mega famous, got like Oscars upon. Even though Rachel has tons of awards for the Marvelous Miss Maisel and among other things, but like if you'd have gotten with another name that would have completely overshadowed, then I feel like that would have been a recipe for disaster. I feel like going with another virtually unknown actress would have not been great for buzz. I think her level of fame, where she's at right now, coming off of a win of a TV series as Marvelous Miss Maisel, now heading into Superman Legacy, but not being the title, main character, just the supporting. And I wouldn't even call would I guess yeah, I guess would she be supporting it? No, I would call her star. Lois and Superman. That is Superman and Lois. That is a thing. That's a very important situation right there. But I feel like they got it right. I feel like James Gunn got it right. So all the naysayers, if you're one of them, if you feel like remember this. Everything that James Gunn has done with DC has been some of the most popular things in the DCE or DCEU or whatever you want to call it. Peacemaker is still the highest rated. I think we talked about this last week. Peacemaker is the highest rated or critically acclaimed. Rotten Tomatoes scored, highest scored with the audience as well. Suicide Squad was one of the higher ones as well. Everything that James Gunn has done with DC so far has been pretty much a solid. Not always financially receptive, because Suicide Squad didn't do that great, and whether it was about the pandemic or not. But James is not going to DC to sabotage it because he's a Marvel guy. You know what I'm saying? He's going to take this seriously. He's going to approach this carefully and take his like, dude, you just been made an executive of a studio. He's going to. I feel like he's going to crush it. And with Kevin Feige having him this close to being like in charge of all of Marvel's outer world, outer space alien types, that storyline, the phases moving forward, being in charge of your outer space, off planet types of scenarios. Who else to start off the DCU with the world's most popular, alien to Earth? I feel like this is going to be a good fit. When listening to him on Rosenbaum's podcast, it made me even more confident of that. But what I'm also 100% confident of is the fact that because of the flop of The Flash, they were like, we're not waiting to Comic-Con to drop these nuggets. Text them both right now. Tell them I'm about to drop it on Go to Collider and just do an interview. Yeah, he's Superman. Yeah, she's Lois. All right. Now, can we stop talking about The Flash, please? I'm like, no, I think I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. Because week 3 is coming up, and that might have a 85% drop. Flash only made $4 last week. What? Out of 4,000 theaters, only made $4 each. What? You're giving away tickets for free. They are advertising free tickets to see The Flash. Buy one, get one free. What? You might as well just put it on streaming if you're going to do that. You ain't making no money. Like, go ahead. You just, like, hey, little boy, you want to sneak in this theater and watch The Flash? No, stranger danger. You might as well. You are renting tickets for free. It's ridiculous. I've never seen that before for week 2 of any movie. I've never seen that. I mean, it's probably happened before, but I don't recall it. So if you guys know this has ever happened, let me know, because that is funny as hell. By week 2, studios like, just give the damn tickets away, man. We gotta sell some popcorn, man. We gotta look. Hey little boy, come over here. You want to see a guy run really, really fast? You want to see a guy in a big rubber black suit? Come over here. I need an adult. That's ridiculous. So yeah, I 100% believe that it's because The Flash was flopping hard that's why they did it. What do you guys think? You guys are voting below. You guys were in the live chat voting. Oh man, I just realized now that I switched to this new version of OBS, I can't check the live chat live anymore. I gotta close the poll. I gotta go all the way around and check this up. I'll fix it later. Let me know what you guys think. Let's talk about it. We got your mail. We're closing out because I got to get out of here. We're already approaching close to an hour. So let's talk about what you guys are talking about. We go back and we run it back to the top of the show. I think you guys were like, I can't hear you. All right. Okay. I said the music. All right, watch this guy. He said the music is too loud. Like, what music? What are you talking about? Watch that dude. Thomas Brook. What were we laughing at here? Was the music playing like the whole time? It doesn't show that nothing's playing. I didn't hear anything. If there was something playing, let me know. Like, I had music playing when I switched to this screen here. There is set music playing for the We're about to start soon video. You hear that? Yeah, that music. If you're saying that was too loud. All right. I mean, that's the show's about to start screen. Other than that, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see. Fusion Ha. Let's go. Should I tell them Fusion? I didn't get the graphic up. You guys don't know. Go check out Fusion Ha podcast. Their muscles are bigger than mine. I haven't been in the gym that long, but I can tense it out. I don't know. I can't. There you go. Insert. I'll announce. Okay, so when I did the Spider-Man spoiler talk with the YouTube channel Fusion Ha podcast, we hit it off, man. We hit it off great. We were clicking, man. That was a great recording. Go watch that if you want to. If you guys want to watch our Across the Spider-Verse talk. We had fun, man. We had a lot of fun. We had another brother on the show with us via Zoom. We were trying to do our best. We felt bad because it's hard to do a show when you got most of the people in studio and then you got somebody via Zoom. It was kind of hard to keep the conversation going in there. But so that's why I stopped doing too many collabs over Zoom as much as I used to back in the day. Unless it's like a one-on-one thing, or unless the whole group is, if the whole group is is on Zoom and there's nobody in person with me, those conversations go better. But it was hard. So, but me and Fusion, I've been looking for people to fill these seats for a minute. Let me go full. Let's go here real quick. Fill these seats, all these microphones that I got. And it's been hard. I mean, I live in the Houston area, but I live pretty far up north. And these guys don't live that close to me either. But they're go-getters. I've seen them out in the Comic Palooza. We were supposed to try to work out something last year, and we never did anything. It took a whole year for us to get our stuff together. And we did it. It clicked great. We had a good meeting on Saturday. And we are coming out with, we're coming out. We're coming out. Well, guys, no, we're going to be doing a show on Saturdays. So it's not going to be Fusion Ha podcast. It's not going to be the rundown. We're going to do a whole new talk show. It's going to be similar. It's not going to be like a mix between what they do and what we do here. And we'll mostly do it here in my location. But to be fair, I'm gonna go down there. We'll record and stream from their locations as well, because I just like working with these guys. The conversations was good. The vibe is good. That energy that was great. So Fusion High, go check them out. You'll be seeing them a lot more here on this channel. And so whatever show, help us come up with a name. We tried to come up with a name for it. What our show is going to be about. And we're probably like, well, you know what? We're probably gonna do or say something in the middle of the show and be like, "That's the name." It's gonna happen organically, but it's coming. It's coming. Watch this guy. There he goes again. There you go. Watch this guy. All right. Yeah. There you go. Watch that guy. I'm just giving you a hard time, bro. Fusion High. Yep. Guns. Haha. Yep. Gun knew what he was doing. You damn right. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, Peter, what were the numbers? 72? Fuck this. And tweet. And it's the new Superman and Lois have been picked. Oh my God. He's like, whoo. Wait, who's on line 3? Ezra. I'm not here. That's exactly what happened. Watch this guy. Turn it up. Dude, you just give me a hard time. Superman and Lois Caster. Yep, that's what we're talking about right now. JD the MC says, got your back. Yeah, you sound fine, man. Thank you. Yeah. BG Gills Studio says it's PG-13, man. PG-13. Talking about PG. Don't you prat me. Don't prat my rating system, bro. It's PG-13. Nightwolf. rated PG-13 in a world. Nightwolf. So is it a trilogy? You said there's 3. I think that's what you said. JDDMC continues on. They better bring Cavill back as older Superman since they look exactly alike. What if Cavill plays Jor-El? What if he that would be stupid, but they could look. Ben Affleck played Batman more than anybody else in history after he quit. He played Batman more after he quit than he played when he was officially still Batman. So anything's possible, man. But that Flash movie was a definite. People, I don't know what the hell Tyrone Magnus was talking about. Talking about this proves that the Snyderverse is still intact. No, it doesn't. Flash is stuck in a universe where George Clooney is Batman. Spoiler alert. Where George Clooney is Batman. He's gone. And that's exactly where James Gunn is going to leave him. You are in that universe. You are that world's Flash. You are that world's Flash. Where George Clooney is still Batman, you are there. That's where you're going to be. And when we announce our new Batman, Flash is going to look a little different. I'm telling you, that's exactly what's going to happen. Let's see. I need to figure out a way to make the lower third pop up on for the TikTok videos. I should have learned how to do that. Maybe there's a way I can do it now. Let's see. Let's see how clever I can be at the last minute. Nope, that's not gonna work. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. There, I did it. I know you guys can't see it, but I did it. I'm super excited. Let's see. Oh, it's so small. That's what she said. It's so small. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to read that. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's too small. All right. Yeah, I'll put it in the middle too. There you go. All right. At least it's there. At least you can see. All right. That's good. That's something. And I did that in real time. Boom. My mother. Genius. Justin D. If one is selected, hire me as a casting director. You damn right. Let's look at that again. Look at this list. This is Justin D. That's his list right there. Let's go full mass. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Let's see. Anson Mount, Jodie Turner-Smith, Michael Caine, Robert Pattinson, Millie Bobby Brown, Oscar Isaac, Mia Goth, and Sasha Calle, and last but not least, David Oyelowo. That was a solid list, man. Now the question is how many? How many from this list will be picked for Knives Out? That's the question. Let's see. What do we got? What's your number? 1404. Yo. Wait. What's your number? 1404. Yo, that's what me and my friends say when we get on Call of Duty. Do what? Joe, is that you? It's about, yo. Joe? Probably didn't even want his name's mentioned. That's probably my friend Joe. JDDMC, yeah, they announced it to change the subject from Flash Trash. 100%. Flash Trash flop. Flash Trash. That's fucked up. Don't call it Flash Trash. Why, man? It was a good movie. It was good. It was you're doing good. I wanted, if there was any recasting done in that movie, I wanted, and it's not her fault. She's probably a nice young lady, but Iris was giving me nothing. I felt more of a connection with Iris in that creepy Snyderverse thing when she got into the car wreck and Barry saved her. And he was all creeping on her in a millisecond. No, he could have did anything to that girl, man. That was weird. Probably did. We just didn't see it. But he was all falling in love with her. Like, look, he was looking like, what's his name from the TV series You. He's like, I've gone into the Speed Force just to save you. It was freaking me out. But I was getting nothing from her in the movie, man. And she had she was sweet and everything. It was nice. It wasn't a big romance. Obviously, they were planning on getting them together maybe in a second or third installment if there ever was going to be one, which there won't. But you know what I thought of in the theater while I was watching it when George Clooney came out? You said, you know who should have been changed in the whole multiverse thing? They should have had Iris West from the TV show. We all wanted Grant Gustin. What if they would have said, what if they would have got the girl played Iris come in and go, hey, it's me, it's Iris. And here like, all right, yeah, okay, yeah, I likes that, yeah. I mean, like, no offense to the other girl, but yeah, I'd have been like, oh, yeah, okay, all right, yeah. So I'd have turned into that dude from that old Matt TV show, like, can I get your number? Can I get your number? You got a boyfriend? Is he in the lobby? Is he bigger than me? Is he getting you Mike and Ike's? Oh, you like Mike and Ike's? Can I? Man, that's a recast that they should have did. If Timeline would have changed an actor up at the end instead of a Batman, it should have had it. What if the Iris from the TV show would have came through? That would have been funny to me. I thought that would have been a good. If you weren't going to do Grant Gustin, at least a character from the TV show to show the whole situation when they met, to do a little nod to that. But it's just me. I guess I don't make enough of an impact to make those decisions. Justin D continues off with Brosnahan will be the best on-screen Lois, I think. You know who is still to this day from the movie? She what was her name? I think she passed away. But the Lois from the Christopher Reeves era, she is the best Lois Lane of all time, the greatest Lois Lane ever. And to this day, I think still stands up as the best Lois. I like the Lois. If there was a second or third, maybe third place, I would say the actress that's in the current TV show Superman and Lois. I like her. I did not like the portrayal of Lois or Superman that much in the New Adventures of Superman. It's called Superman and Lois. The New Adventures of Superman from the 90s? Is that what was it called? Is that what it was called? Is it the New Adventures of Superman? What's her name from Desperate Housewives? I did not like. Did I ever tell you guys that story? That when I met Dean Caine, he called her the B word. When I asked, I said, "Hey, what do you think about your old co-worker's new TV show, Desperate Housewives?" This was back in the early 2000s. He's like, "Oh, she's such a wow, damn Superman, damn Dean." That was weird. I didn't ask you all of that, but wow. Thanks for the gossip. Let's see. What's your number 1404 said, I agree that James Gunn wanted The Flash to come out so that he could wipe the slate clean with that movie and never go back to the DCU. LOL, The Flash actually ties up the loose ends with the DCU. It does. It does. It did. I don't know where people are still seeing that there's a Snyder. Yeah, there is a Snyderverse out there in its own universe, and they are closing that door and moving on. And could they still pull Batfleck and all that? Yeah. Could they get Henry Cavill? Yeah, if they want to. If it's a multiverse, of course. But the Snyderverse is not going to be anything moving forward. That was a clear closing the door situation. Gator Levos says, I think these castings are great. Corey Sweat is a great pick, and I think he'll bulk up. The dude is bulking up right now. He in the gym right now. There's a gym somewhere where Corey Sweat is getting sweaty. Corey is sweating. He ain't even wiping the machine down. That's his bench now. Don't even touch it. He bulking up. But not gonna lie. He got one of the longest necks in the Super giraffe. Man. He say, I ain't gonna lie, dog. Of course, we got the longest neck. That cape gonna flip. Don't worry, they gonna flip that cape up. And he ain't gonna be able to see it. His neck gonna look like this. You know, like, thank you, Lois. And all of a sudden, there's danger. Got the longest neck cinematic history. What's the number continues on, and then there were too many cooks in the kitchen with the DCU anyways. You got Zack Snyder, you got The Rock, you got Patty Jenkins, you got Anthony Muschietti. and James Wan in there, all with Trouble Productions. You know, but and that's why when David Zaslav took over, he's like, we need a Feige, man. We need to Feige this mother up. We need to Kevin this mother Feige up. Clip that and make that into a sound. We need to Kevin this mother Feige up in here in the DC universe. I'm gonna give, hey James, you want to do this? James said no. Hey Peter, you want to do this? Peter said no. What if y'all both do it together? One of the twins activate. Boom. Let's do it. We're gonna give you your own studio, DC Studios. Boom. There you go. Let's now. What's our budget? Well, it depends on how well the Flash does. Damn. But I need y'all both to work together and Kevin this mother Feige up ASAP. If the Flash flops, I'm blaming you. Like, we didn't do it. We wasn't even here when that was completed. Heavy is the head, baby. You took the job. You take the blame. Like, what? The gas prices are too high? Who's the current president? Gas prices too low? Who's the current president? Gets all the credit. whatever the situation is, whatever it is, who am I looking at now? The Flash trash was all your fault, James. I know that's how some people feel it, but it's not really the case. And I don't see it that way. But no, yeah, you're right. There was a lot of cooks in the kitchen. Maybe I thought maybe they were going to give it to Zach to be the Kevin Feige of it. I can't believe that power play that The Rock tried to pull to make it him. Like, dude, did you even read comic books coming up? Like, Kevin Feige and James Gunn and Peter, they are some straight up nerds. They are like legit nerds. And they have directorial and production skill. I mean, he's become a pretty decent producer, but what the hell was The Rock thinking I'm going to change the hierarchy? No, you're not. Not with that box office. You ain't doing it. That's why you're going back to Fast and Furious, huh? Yeah, you feeling Vin now that he Vin you now, huh? That's what The Rock said. Oh, you you feeling me now that I'm getting you in the box office, huh? I'm trying to censor myself because this is a PG-13 PG show. But what's your number? It was about time someone stood in and took control of the DC universe. Yeah, 100%. J.A. Dub, I just hope the divisiveness will be gone this time around. So tired of Man of Steel debates. Man, watch. Corey Sweat gonna come in happy-go-lucky, all full of hope and sunshine, and gonna crack somebody's neck. Like, oh, man, not again. Then he's gonna wake up. It's gonna be a dream. Like, or he's gonna show Henry Cavill in the multiverse dream. And don't do it, Zod. And crack that neck. And then Corey Sweat's gonna wake up. What was that? Whew. I would never do that. He was gonna look at the camera. Look, he's gonna be like, I would never do that. I would find a way. And then that's when I would scream, forced woke. Pandering. I turned into one of those guys. Forced. JDDMC ended us up with the super chat. Did I just say super chat for no reason? I'm sorry. It's just a regular comment. There was no music playing when he said that. I thought so. He just messing with me. Yeah, keep an eye on that dude. Keep an eye on that guy. He finishes us off with he might have been behind. Yeah, it might have, maybe it was a delay from when I put it when I had it on that other screen that had the music on there. But guys, that's gonna be it for me, man. I'm about to go check out a screening of Indiana Jones 5. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. $1 billion movie, man. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to. I promised that I was gonna watch part 1 and part 2 before I watched this, but I broke that promise. There's been so much going on. But I've already seen 3. I've seen part 4, so I can watch 5 and then I'll go back. So I promise. Now here's my new promise. I'll watch Dial of Destiny, give you a review, then I'll go and watch Temple of Doom and the what was the other one called? Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. There's Temple of Doom and not Last Crusade. I saw Last Crusade. What was the other one? And the other one. I'll watch that and I'll try to do a first time watch and then I'll put the full video up on the Patreon and I'll put the shorter version on YouTube as well. So guys, appreciate you guys keeping me company in the chat. As always, guys, you guys keeping it fun, keeping it fresh, keeping it funny. Flash trash. Come on, man. It's like, that's what I need to have that as a clip, like Flash trash and that's a definite Pratt. Yeah. Ezra's about to get Pratted in Hollywood. This does not looking good. Not after that. Now we were gonna if this movie would have made $2 billion, you'd have stayed as Flash. If it made anything, if it had made close to $1 billion, you would have we'd have found you not guilty. But 72.5% flop. Your defense attorney is like, damn. Remember when Kobe Bryant was in trouble and he was playing for his freedom, like Chappelle said, play for your freedom. He was 81 points in one game and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like get $1 billion in the box office and see how well your defense attorney is gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying? But could you imagine? This would be messed up. Ezra's sitting in the courtroom and the judge is like, I just got through seeing Flash. Yeah, let's make this quick. Oh, man. I'd be so scared. I'd be so scared if I was them. All right, guys. That's the show. I appreciate you guys for joining me and helping me out with the technical stuff. I'm sorry about the issues. Hopefully, I get all that stuff cleared up out of the way. Sorry if if you're listening to this after the facts on the podcast, you heard a lot of technical stuff and whatnot, and I apologize for all that as well. So hopefully by tomorrow, I get the bugs worked out and everything. Look out for us for Saturdays starting. I said Saturday, but I forgot to tell you what date we agreed on. July the 8th, when the Fusion High Boys are going to be joining not the rundown, but we're going to be starting off our new Saturday show, whatever it's going to be called. So look out for that as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. So go follow them. Check out Fusion High Podcast. Those guys are always live and on time with a very entertaining show. So until next time, guys, peace and good day and sayonara. Have a good one, guys. Until next time, see you tomorrow. Hey, guys, thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts on this topic or any topics that you think that we should talk about in upcoming videos. Also, you can follow us at T3 Medias on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and we also have a T3 Media Studios podcast where we post our movie reviews and episodes of The Rundown. Till next time, guys.